Welcome. If you're watching this video, you are trying to collaborate with myself and some other folks, hopefully, on the Synod's Lenten, or not the Synod, but the Eastern Conference of the North Carolina Synod's collaboration to sing a hymn together and be church together on our Lenten series, our 5 weeks of Lent. We're going to use the app called the Acapella app. In your Apple app stores, it looks like that. It's the one I'm pointing to right there, Acapella. So before we do anything, you need to download that. It's a free app, and use of it is free as long as you are. I've already paid my $10 to be able to initiate collaborations, so it should be a free download, and this should be a free process for you unless you want to also initiate collaborations. It is habit forming. It's been great for us at Good Shepherd in Elizabeth City. So once you have the app downloaded, then you can begin the collaborative process. What makes it great is that you can share a link, and that link is a timestamp of where you are in your musical efforts. And it does not, once you have that link, then you can't screw it up, because you can always refer back to that link and that will call up where you were in the collaborative process. So it's no stress, it's no risk, basically. And I've already created a leading prompt for this hymn. So I sent it through text message, but in email, it'll look like a link that has that mixchord.co down at the bottom of it. You kind of see it down there. But at least in iMessenger, it propagates the link, so to speak. So the first place that you need to click once someone has shared this with you is either on the blue link in an email or in a text message. It's down at that arrow. So you'll point and click at that, and that will come up the collaboration. You should click edit. Okay. And you'll click import. Since I have other projects, yes, I want to import that. That's a funny face I'm making there. Okay, that's always exciting. And what comes up is the person who initiates the collaboration will decide how many Brady boxes to put in. This one has 5 other boxes. Kind of the vision that I had hoped that each church would provide either a vocal part or some sort of percussion part. And to do that, you'll need a set of headphones. So I've got my headphones plugged into my iPad, and so that you can hear what is happening in the recording already, but so that your voice is the only thing that's recorded again. If the headphones aren't plugged in, then it will re-record what is already on the recording, and that creates kind of a lag and some attenuation. It sounds degraded. It's not ideal. It's pretty amazing what your a couple generations back iPhones and iPads are capable of recording. It doesn't require an amazing microphone. It has a pretty great microphone already in it. So I wouldn't reinvent the wheel. Just simple workout headphones are what I'm using here. I put it into one ear so that I can hear what I'm doing and also hear what's happening in the recording. So click on a block, and you should see your face. Hey, here I am, and the and the phone. So there I am in the recording. I won't subject you to listening to me sing a harmony part without actually being able to hear the lead line, but in the recording, the lead line is happening, so I'll get it started. I more want to show you how to share with others, so I'll do some snaps and other things, but it's recording right now. It gives you a 4-second count off. Maybe some stomps. I'll try to make it so you can hear what's actually happening. That brings up a good point. There's a metronome running and it's not helpful. So I would turn it off. And the way to do that is some of these setting systems down here. And that's the beauty as well. You can always stop and hit this redo button. If you want to record, don't hit the redo button because then you lose what you recorded. But you can always hit the redo button, start from where you were, and make adjustments like, hey, I don't want to hear this metronome. So I click down there and I'm gonna turn it, play while recording. I didn't use a metronome to record it, so that's gonna be awful and not helpful. So get rid of it, which I did. That's available. And don't necessarily worry about how you fit in the mix. As long as you can hear that you added something to the mix, there's a mix down process that happens at the end. Once we've all collaborated, we have all of our 6 boxes filled, then we are able to mix it. I can individually, I couldn't mix like over here. I wouldn't be able to isolate the guitar away from the voice, but I can mix that whole track down. Okay, so yeah, I'll speed this up. So that showed you how to redo. It's not a one-shot thing. You can do it as many times as you want. And what I'll send is just the one without me teaching how to do this, because I've already created a link that I can share back and forth. But so that brings up a point. Don't click off the stop button. I'll edit that out at the end. But if you do it, then there's this cascade of like window gone, window gone, window gone. Not ideal. So I recorded a track there. We'll hit the continue button. I've now created that up there. You can watch it and yep. Long and short, you're gonna click on this green button if you wanna keep it, which you probably should, but if you've gotten it to this point. It renders, this takes a minute. Okay, and this save and share button is the next thing that you will click. And down here is where I can control levels. And you can do that as we mix through in case you need to turn someone down that's distracting. Just kidding. Okay, you have several options and you need to check some things. It needs to be public. If you click collaboration, then there's going to be a process for every single step that this takes of asking the previous person if they will allow you to collaborate with it. I think it's something that Acapella tries to do to make things harder. Just make it public. That way, anyone that has the link can work with this and add elements to it. And like I said, since you already have a link previously created that you've shared, that's kind of like a stop moment. You can always refer back to that and it'll be where we were. I tend to, at least with the people I tend to work with, I use SMS, which is text message, but email works as well. And I think I'm sending to you all an email. So I'll click email, but it does this rendering process. And then it's going to give me a link in my email system. And that link is that moment in recording time with me talking and as well me Okay, so I got interrupted. So I now have an email within my Apple email, and that's the link I'm talking about. And that's what we use to access what we're working on. Let's see, somebody. Come on. There it is. Okay, great. Send it. And then you've created something that you can search for. And that's how you add your inputs to the process. Okay, that's it. Thanks. Just kidding. I thought I'd add one more step just to bring it full circle. So here's in my email, I'm censoring my emails. But here's the link in my email. I got the email. I'll click on it. And same thing. We'll hit the edit button, import. It'll remove the current project, but that is the current project, which is funny, but it'll import it. And then we can add one more input and repeat the same process over again. As long as you have the right link, all is well. So somebody else would add silliness over here and ready for action. Yeah, hope you'll join us. It's easy, it's fun.